If Ryan loves Beverly, then Cecil needs to find a boyfriend. If Cecil finds a boyfriend, her mom will be happy. Therefore, if Ryan loves Beverly, Cecil's mom will be happy. Cecil's mom will not be happy. Cecil will be happy. Cecil will not be happy. The complete logical conclusion is, if Ryan loves Beverly, then Cecil's mom will be happy. All the offices on the 9th floor have wall-to-wall carpeting. No wall-to-wall carpeting is pink. None of the offices on the 9th floor has pink wall-to-wall carpeting. If the first two statements are true, the third statement is true, false, uncertain. Since all offices on the 9th floor have wall-to-wall carpeting and no wall-to-wall carpeting is pink, we can conclude that none of the offices on the 9th floor has pink wall-to-wall carpeting. Therefore, if the first two statements are true, the third statement is true. All beggars are poor. Which of the following conclusions is valid from the given statement? If Carlo is a beggar, then Carlo is poor. All of those who are poor are beggars. If Jocelyn is poor, then she is a beggar. If Beth is not a beggar, then she is rich. If Carlo is a beggar, then Carlo is poor. This conclusion is valid because the given statement asserts that all beggars are poor. Here are some words translated from an artificial language. Gorbelfleur means fan belt. Pixengorble means ceiling fan. Arthtussle means tile roof. Which word could mean ceiling tile? Gorble means fan, fleur means belt, Pixen means ceiling, Arth means tile, and Tuzzle means roof. Therefore, Pixnarth is the correct choice. Rover weighs less than Fido. Rover weighs more than Boomer. Of the three dogs, Boomer weighs the least. If the first two statements are true, the third statement is true, false, uncertain. According to the first two statements, Fido weighs the most and Boomer weighs the least. Based on the following statements, which is the correct conclusion drawn? Only gentlemen can become members of the club. Many of the members of the club are officers. Some of the officers have been invited for dinner. Only gentlemen have been invited for dinner. This conclusion is consistent with the statements because only gentlemen can be club members, and some officers, who are also members and thus gentlemen, have been invited for dinner. There are 8 poets, namely A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H in respect of whom questions are being asked in the examination. The first 4 are ancient poets and the last 4 are modern poets. The question on ancient and modern poets is being asked in alternate years. Those who like H also like G. Those who like D like C also. The examiner who sets question is not likely to ask question on D because he has written an article on him, but he likes D. Last year a question was asked on F. Considering these facts, on whom the question is most likely to be asked this year? B, C, D, G. To determine on whom the question is most likely to be asked this year, let's break down the information. There are 8 poets, A, B, C, D, ancient, E, F, G, H, modern. Questions alternate yearly between ancient and modern poets. Those who like H also like G. Those who like D also like C. The examiner won't ask about D because he has written an article on him, although he likes D. Last year, a question was asked about F, a modern poet. Since last year the question was about F, a modern poet, this year the question should be about an ancient poet, A, B, C, or D. Given. The examiner won't ask about D. Therefore, D is not a candidate. This leaves A, B, and C as the possible candidates. Out of these, there are no additional specific restrictions or preferences indicated for A or B. The examiner likes D, and those who like D also like C. This suggests the examiner might have a favorable view towards C. Considering all the factors, The most likely candidate for this year's question is C. Mark, Richard, Cyril, and Lonnie each likes one sport. One plays basketball every day. Another plays tennis on weekends. One likes badminton and one likes volleyball. Lonnie likes tennis. Mark hates playing basketball. Richard likes volleyball. Which sport does Cyril play? Basketball, tennis, badminton, volleyball. Since Lonnie likes tennis and Richard likes volleyball, so Cyril does not like these two sports. Mark hates playing basketball, so he must like badminton. Therefore, Cyril plays basketball. To solve this sequence, we need to identify the pattern that governs the sequence of three-letter abbreviations. One possible approach is to examine the shifts in the letters. In this series, the third letter is repeated as the first letter of the next segment. The middle letter, A, remains static. The third letters are in alphabetical order, beginning with R. Which of the following diagrams indicates the best relation between Moon, Sun, and Earth? All the three are different from each other. All government officials are diligent. Mel is a government official.
Therefore,
Mel is not a government official. Mel is diligent. Mel is not diligent. Mel may not be diligent. The logical conclusion would be, Mel is diligent. For people witnessed a robbery, each gave a different description of the robber. Which description is probably right? He was average height, thin, and middle-aged. He was tall, thin, and middle-aged. He was tall, thin, and young. He was tall, of average weight, and middle-aged. Tall, thin, and middle-aged are the elements of the description repeated most often and are therefore the most likely to be accurate. Which of the following diagrams indicates the best relation between hospital, nurse, and patient? Hospital consists of nurse and patient, but nurse and patient are of two different nature. If the 5th day of the month falls on a Thursday, what day of the week will precede the 9th day of the month? Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Monday. The 5th day of the month is Thursday. The 9th day of the month is 4 days from Thursday, so it must be Monday. And the day that precedes Monday is Sunday. Which of the following diagrams indicates the best relation between teacher, writer, and musician? The middle letters are static, so concentrate on the first and third letters. The series involves an alphabetical order with a reversal of the letters. The first letters are in alphabetical order, F, G, H, I, J. The second and fourth segments are reversals of the first and third segments. The missing segment begins with a new letter. In a family, there are husband-wife, 2 sons and 2 daughters. All the ladies were invited to a dinner. Both sons went out to play. Husband did not return from office. Who was at home? Only wife was at home. All ladies were at home. Only sons were at home. Nobody was at home. Given this information, no one from the family is at home. 4 friends in the 6th grade were sharing a pizza. They decided that the oldest friend would get the extra piece. Randy is 2 months older than Greg, who is 3 months younger than Ned. Kent is 1 month older than Greg. Who should get the extra piece of pizza? Randy, Greg, Ned, Kent. If Randy is 2 months older than Greg, then Ned is 3 months older than Greg and 1 month older than Randy. Ken is younger than both Randy and Ned. Ned is the oldest. Erin is 12 years old. For 3 years, she has been asking her parents for a dog. Her parents have told her that they believe a dog would not be happy in an apartment, but they have given her permission to have a bird. Erin has not yet decided what kind of bird she would like to have. Erin's parents like birds better than they like dogs. Erin does not like birds. Erin and her parents live in an apartment. Erin and her parents would like to move. Since Erin's parents think a dog would not be happy in an apartment, we can reasonably conclude that the family lives in an apartment. We do not know if Erin's parents dislike dogs, choice A, or if Erin dislikes birds, choice B. There is no support for choice D. Artists are generally whimsical. Some of them are frustrated. Frustrated people are prone to be drug addicts. Based on these statements, which of the following conclusions is true? All frustrated people are drug addicts. Some artists may be drug addicts. All drug addicts are artists. Frustrated people are whimsical. The conclusion that is supported by the given statements is, some artists may be drug addicts.